Last week it was the banking lobby. Today it's healthcare. Private companies are doing all they can to beat back reform, up to and including, apparently, swift-boating nurses. Or possibly. You may have heard the news spread recently that 6 major health insurers were promising to reduce costs by $2 trillion over the next decade and do it voluntarily. Sound good? Well, not so fast. While private insurers are lining up to cooperate in public, in private there's quite another thing going on. A group called Conservatives for Patients' Rights has launched what they call a massive grassroots effort to put a human face on the victims of government health care. Well, it's not grassroots, there are no victims, and government healthcare is a made-up target. There's no such thing on the table. Who's behind CPR? Well, the group is founded by former hospital CEO Rick Scott, and its PR effort is coordinated by CRC Public Relations, the same folks who brought us Swift Boat Veterans for Truth, the folks who spread lies about Democratic presidential candidate John Kerry. The ads, which started running on television this week, are inspired by the Harry and Louise ads that helped torpedo healthcare reform during the Clinton administration. Scott himself is a lawyer with no medical training. He knows next to nothing about healthcare, but he does, it seems, know something about healthcare fraud. He was ousted from Columbia HCA Healthcare Company after a fraud investigation in the 1990s. They were charged with overbilling state and federal health plans and were forced to pay a record $1.7 billion in fines. Scott was also, apparently, a partner with George W. Bush in the Texas Rangers. A piece about the ads ran in Tuesday's Washington Post. Conservatives for Patients' Rights spent about $600,000 a month on ads in March and April, but it's ratcheting up its buy for May to more than $1 million. Scott's using $5 million of his own money and up to $15 million more from supporters to try to build resistance to any government-run program, reports the Post. Well, it's a good piece of reporting, except it's not government-run healthcare. It's non-profit, government-paid-for healthcare, run by doctors. As long as reporters use the private industry's words, Scott et al., unfortunately, will be winning. That's all we have time for today. You'll find everything you've seen at this show on our website, GRITtv.org. There's a place to comment on every story. While you're there, join our mailing list so we can let you know what's coming up. There's a podcast and a Twitter feed of every posting. Just follow GRITtv on Twitter. We're broadcasting commercial-free, so support us commercial-free across the United States on Dish Network Channel 9415 Free Speech TV. And you can ask for us on your cable or your public television station. Thanks for watching.